Good evening, everybody. In this short video, I shall be summarizing bulk insert sort modes in Apache Hudi, their performance. Author Siva Balanarayan and Amit has posted two great blog, and in this video, I'll be summarizing that in a short. So let's get started. Again, these are the articles. So the author Siva Balanarayan has explained everything in a very detailed manner. So a great article on on basically bulk insert sort mode with Apache Hudi. And author Amit has done an amazing job, and this article is posted basically on Amazon. The title is Getting Started with Apache Hudi Using Glue, Implementing Key Design Concept. They essentially did bulk ingest for 2.8 billion records, and they essentially evaluated the performance, how total numbers of file generated, how long it takes to query the data, how long it took to write the data. So in this video, I want to summarize that. Hudi offers 5 different sort mode when you are essentially doing a bulk insert. Usually bulk insert are used when you are performing a large scale migration, which means lot of amount of data you want to move in one go, right? That's when you would use a bulk ingest. So there are 5 different methods: none, global sort, partition underscore sort, partition path repartition, partition path repartition unsort. These are all the option. In the latest version of Hudi, none is the default option, and I'll tell you why. Author Amit basically have inserted 2.8 billion record using bulk insert and basically tested out for different for example, global sort, partition sort, and none. So these are the 3 main which author took and essentially benchmarked that, right? So if you observe something carefully, just by looking at the graph, a very interesting thing can be found here. Global sort, it took more time to write to perform the bulk insert, but the number of files generated were pretty less compared to the partition sort and none. This is done by author Amit in his AWS blog post. Pretty amazing. Now it is obvious, less number of files, which means in a data file there will be much more records, which means when I try to query the data, it will be much more faster. It's pretty obvious, right? So let's take a look at that. So the author also shows the query performance, and clearly the lesser is good, right? So for the global sort, it essentially took less time compared to partition sort and none. The author also evaluated, for example, he also evaluated the upsort and delete time. It was found from the a simple experiment. He found out that global sort are better for the upsort and delete as well. Again, it took less time, so I'm assuming for performing upsort and delete it was much more faster compared to the other two. Here I have highlighted the key findings that the author had. So bulk insert with global sort has least number of files because Hudi tries to create an optimal size file. However, it takes most time while writing the data. Again, we saw that from the graph. Runtime for upsort is lower compared to none and partition sort. This option is recommended for use case that required frequent changes after a large migration. This is very important, and I'll basically highlight that in the yellow color. Also, when query performance is critical in your use case, Amit recommends global sort option because of the smaller number of files being created with this option. Taking a look at bulk insert with none is the default option. Remember that, okay? It is a default in actually the latest version of Hudi. The none option does not sort the data, but it's useful when you need a fastest initial load time and require minimal updates with added capabilities of supporting record changes. Now, if you compare the partition sort has better performance for data load compared to global sort, but it generates significantly larger number of files, which negatively impacts the query performance. You can use this option when the query involves a lot of joins between partition table on the record key columns. These are the findings that the author has. I'll leave the PDF for you if you want to read this short summary. And if you want to read further details, I encourage you to come to this AWS blog post. These blog post basically shows all the metrics in a very detailed manner. Again, all the charts are given on this blog post. So I strongly encourage, if you want to dive deeper and if you want to understand all the concepts pretty well, please come and read this. It's a great article. And if you want to understand basically the sort modes in Hudi, I encouraged you to read the article by Siva Balanarayan, which is Bulk Insert Sort Modes with Apache Hudi. Thank you so much. I hope these videos are useful. And if you have any more questions, please do post your questions. With that being said, I would see you in the next video.